Hi everyone, welcome back to Living Even Keeled. What happened to February? I kind of disappeared for a moment. I was tending to my family and then to myself, so I just wanted to give a chatty video. We're not going to clean, we're not going to organize, we're not going to work today. We're just going to chat. So maybe you'll have my ear in your voice while you are getting some work done, but I wanted to tell you what happened. So I think I just started posting my zones and I had 1 and 2 done. I was getting ready to do 3 and then everything went crazy. So it started with, I think it was around Valentine's Day or so. First of all, whenever my family needs me, usually YouTube is the first thing to go. I said that before, but I know some of you are new here, so that's kind of just how it goes. But first, my little one got sick, and she wasn't sick very much, my 4-year-old. It was just like a little something. But then my husband and my 6-year-old both got the flu, and my 6-year-old, both my girls and myself had the flu shot, so they had like mild, very mild symptoms, but it hit my husband really hard. He didn't get the flu shot. So they were sick, and they were sick on a day that I was supposed to go with my husband to my daughter's ParentTeacher Conference. So I ended up going by myself. He stayed home with the girls. Really, he was upstairs in bed all day, like all day. He went to bed Wednesday night, not feeling very good, and he didn't get out of bed until Friday, but even then he wasn't feeling very good at all. It took him a while to recover. So I just put on a movie in the daytime. Daddy's upstairs if you need him. Violet was the one who was like the healthiest and saying she would take care of them. She asked me if she was allowed to give them medicine, and I said no, definitely not. But the school conference was only a 15-minute, maybe 10-minute thing, and so I was very happy. My husband said he missed it because we always love hearing how our kids are doing, but I had to give him the information, and it was fine. So Olivia missed 3 days of school in a row. She missed like a Thursday, a Friday, and then on the weekend she seemed okay. We had a Girl Scout event to go to. She was selling cookies in front of a store. That was cute. That was fun. But as soon as we walk in the door, she vomited all over the rug runner that I have. So I got a very deep, not deep set stain, but it was, she had like, oh man, I don't want to get into details here because I know you guys aren't all mothers, but she had just had some fruit snacks, and we were eating pasta fagioli for dinner that night. So it was like a red color on a light blue rug, but I got it all out, so that's good. The product I used was Resolve, and we had it on hand and just some old rags and went to town. Took a long time, pretty much done with my dinner at that point. So at this point, I'm still healthy. I actually volunteered for my daughter's book fair. I was going to volunteer for her spring conferences, but those were scheduled twice now because of snow delays. And for the half-day kindergarten, if you have a snow delay, there's just not enough time to do everything. So those have been rescheduled twice. And then I got the flu. And I don't know that I've ever had the flu. I'm sure I have when I was younger. I don't know. But I really haven't been very sick since we've lived here. I've had a few colds, but this was bad. And I'm still, like, I feel the best today. But even saying that, I will tell you that I'm not able to eat anything. Like, everything still upsets my stomach. So yeah, I thought I was better. I took my daughter to school. I came home. I couldn't pick her up from school, so my husband had to do that and get the other one. And it's just been so disheveled. Like, I love my orderly and simple life. So life has seemed very chaotic, a little disorderly. We're off of our routine. We're off of our regular schedule, the things we normally do and eat and how we are. It's all felt off. And life got really busy. There's things by choice that we chose to do, events and, volunteering and stuff like that, added to our schedule, but then throwing in being sick. And when a parent is sick, like, one person has to do all of it. And it makes me think about my mom, who was a single mom who always had to do all of it. But I think today is March 1st. So I think March, we're all going to be healthy. We're all out of the woodwork in terms of illness. But in the midst of all that, we got some great news. So I'm going to give you an update for my mom. She is clear, cancer-free. It doesn't feel like a huge celebratory thing for me because it's just always kind of in the back of your mind. So technically, she is back to work. She's had 4 days of work now. She, like I said, single mom, so she's been working her whole life, but she was stir crazy during the time that she was home. She did not like having that large amount of free time. So it's a glimpse into her needs, what she's going to need when she does officially retire the right way. She's going to need some ideas to fill her day and feel productive and not just kind of, the perpetual Saturday feeling. But after her 2 chemos, she had the surgery. The surgery went very well. They said she was an ideal patient. She had a hard night, the first night, and it was not a slow recovery. It was exactly as it should be, but it wasn't painless. But that went well, and then they did the scans and stuff and said she's cancer-free, but she still needs 10, count them all up, 10 more rounds of chemotherapy. They are about 6 hours each time, plus 2 days later, she has them on Fridays, and then on Sundays she has to go back and return the bag that's kind of attached to her, and then back to work on Mondays. So that's her life. She's having them every other week, so it's not like 10 months, it's 5 months or so, and she already had the first one. So thank you very much for all the support and all the prayers. It still blows my mind that people care so deeply about humans they've never met. And I understand, because I feel the same way about YouTubers or people I hear about on the news. We're humans. There's a humanity connecting us all. So thank you very much for letting me open up to you, and you praying for my mom. That meant a lot and means a lot. And going forward, it still means a lot, because like I said, it's not like she's cancer free, we move on. I feel like now, it might not be there now, but we always have to keep an eye on it. Anyway, it is good news, and so I thought you deserved to know that part. Some other good news, my husband and I paid off our car. I mentioned a long time ago when I first started YouTube that we got a car. It was a used car, but it was the first one that we picked out. We always had sort of like hand-me-down cars, or buy this off of my mom, or Brian bought a car for his sister or something like that, So this is the first car we picked. We put a big chunk down. We had very reasonable payments. An amazing interest rate, was not even 1 full percent. So in the life of the loan, which is about 5 years, we paid maybe 1 extra car payment. We could have paid it off faster, but we just didn't see the point. So that's one of those things where you can listen to all the financial gurus you want, but you do you. And they always say, like, live your life or whatever. It's your life. No one else's. Live like no one else. So that's how I chose to live like no one else. It was debt. So I wouldn't say we were debt free, but it was very, very manageable. And we ran the numbers, and we were comfortable paying that amount every month. And like I said, it didn't make a huge difference to us to pay it off faster. We liked having the cash on hand month to month. Anyway, we don't have that bill anymore, so that's cool. But what we're going to continue to do is probably put that amount that we would have paid into our savings account anyway, so that when the time comes to trade this one in or upgrade or whatever, we'll have a chunk of money that we can once again put down and either pay full or pay most and make those payments small again. We've been taking advantage of the grocery pickup thing lately with all that's been going on. That's been wonderful. It's a $4.95 fee over at the Kroger near me, but it was free all of December, so we got used to it. But now every so many weeks they give us a free coupon for like free pickup, $4.95 value. So that's what we've been doing, and that's what we're going to be doing this Wednesday. I still do schedule the day that I go to the grocery store. I know it's just the way I live. I have to do that kind of stuff because that way you have the groceries you need when you need them. I don't know. It just makes sense for us. That's where I've been. How have you been? How did the rest of your February go? Did you enjoy your leap year? Leap year is so interesting to me. We showed our girls a little video on what is leap year and why we have it. Long story short, it takes the Earth 365 days and about 6 hours to get around the Earth. So you save up those 6 hours until you get a full day's worth and you throw it back in. Otherwise, your months would not match up with your seasons. It's so interesting. I love that kind of stuff. So thank you guys for sticking with me through my absence, through the illness, through the busy mothering season. It'll happen again. It just will. And so I hope that when those things come up, that you don't feel abandoned and you don't unsubscribe. So thanks guys for watching. If you have a home management goal in mind, subscribe to this channel because I love to share with you how I run my home. And this video is an example of how I do just that. My home is not just a house. There are people in the home. So one thing I do to run my home is to ditch the routines and the schedule and tend to the little fires everywhere. Good book, by the way, movie coming out soon, or TV series, I think. Anyway, I have to tend to the little fires everywhere so that we can get back to our routine, which is just what I'm going to do. So I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.